Staying tuned to STL Live, I'm Sarah Thompson, and I'd like to welcome Chandler Ahrens of Washington University and Jasmin Aber from STL Center for Architecture and Design St. Louis. Thank you so much for being here. So this is interesting. You know, I talk to a lot of artists on the show, but we don't always focus on and get the chance to talk about architecture and the way and the role that architecture really plays in our day-to-day lives. So tell me about STL, about the center, and how this all came about, what it is, and what it is that you do.
Well, STL Center for Architecture and Design is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. It's incorporated, and the mission is to serve St. Louis's diverse architecture, planning, and design profession in general, but also St. Louis City and its neighborhoods by design. And we have strategized. We have a two-way approach to this. One is through our gallery space, which is where we have actually the Klimasymmetry right now by Chandler Ahrens, and we have exhibitions, lectures, workshops. So really, it's to create an interface between the discipline and the general public. This is just, people know more about sometimes visual arts than about what's right outside their doorstep, and we're really trying to encourage and advocate and cultivate a better understanding between the profession and the public. And
you have a program, City Labs, and that's one component of what you do. Tell me more about City Labs.
Yeah, so that's the other part of STL. And City Labs is really, it goes in three parts. One, it's providing technical support to neighborhoods, underserved neighborhoods, to re-envision their community and their potential. Our services of the design professions are usually really expensive, which is why we created a 501c3 to experiments, especially in post-industrial cities that are challenged, have a challenged tax base, to see if there are ways by partnering with the community and providing a vision, we could then go and find fundings for them. The second and the third part is it's actually a incubator / co-working space for architects and designers, but not only, which is the third part is actually a think tank of to brainstorm with different disciplines, so not just designers, but also policymakers, about really things that lead to social innovation.
Great. And let's talk about your partnership for bringing Chandler here into this discussion. How did this start? You have an installation. How did you and Jasmin come together? And that kind of segues us into Klimasymmetry.
Well, I've known about STL for quite a few years now. This is my fourth year here in St. Louis. And I've been teaching at Washington University, and I've seen Jasmin around Washington University, coming to some of the lectures when we have outside guests coming into to lecture, and just some events around the city. And so just at one of these other events, at another exhibition, actually we just kind of started a conversation and discussed the possibility of using the amazing space that she has as a platform to discuss some of the architectural innovations through developing these installations. Well,
we've got some photos. We're going to cut to break in a little bit, but before we go, I want to take a look at some photos. We're obviously going to talk more about Klimasymmetry, but just describe briefly what kind of, when we say sculptural object, what is it that we're looking at when we take a look at the photo?
And so we're looking at a series of panels that are they're radiant panels, so they have hot and cold surfaces, and so they actually have hot and cold water running through those panels, and as you walk around those panels, you begin to kind of feel the warmth and coolness of that. And so the panels are kind of these ribbons, because each panel connects to the next and the water kind of flows through them. So thus we kind of see the kind of sculptural shape is really discussing the water flow through it.
There it is. Well, for the photos, we have the information there for you on the screen. This installation object is currently on display on exhibit, and it's running through November 25th. So you can go down to STL, take a look at it. The address is there for you on the screen, or you can head to their website at creativeexchangelab.com. But we actually have a very cool video that shows the construction of this, putting it together, and we're going to take a look at that when we return. We're going to take a quick break, but we're going to have more with Chandler and Jasmin when we return from this break.